Welcome to West Bay, Roatan, Honduras. Let me take you for a little tour. Welcome to West Bay, Roatan, Honduras on the westernmost side of West Bay, which is where I think we have amazing snorkeling, one of the best beaches in the entire world. We're overlooking Black Rock, which is one of my favorite scuba diving sites, as well as snorkeling. There's a lot of free diving over here as well. But come join me as I take a walk along the beach, which this walk actually took me about 20 minutes. So if you're thinking about, things to do or thinking you might get bored, there's a lot to do here. And today I think there were 3 cruise ships in, so you can kind of see how crowded it is. We just passed a really nice market, so if you want to hang out on the beach or just kind of do your own thing, there's a nice market there where you can get snacks, cold drinks, beers, all the above. And then there's also a lot of resorts in West Bay, so anytime you're seeing a lot of chairs lined up, that's one of the resorts. And if you see a resort that's busy, it usually means they allow for day passes or for cruise ship. They have a special with a cruise ship, allowing you to kind of buy a seat, if you will. These seats are usually $15 or some amount if you which you pay for, unless you end up buying food and drink there. And then they usually kind of give you a credit, if you will. So you can see there's lots going on in West Bay. There's people walking all around with the posters, so for different things to do. This is another resort. You can see there's lots of areas to go. We've already passed about 5 large resorts, all of which have a bar, different types of food, all great food, but you have lots of options here. And if there is a place that, you'll find something that you like going to this beach, and that's one of my favorite things if you are in town for a day or a week or forever. West Bay is always a great place to kind of hang out and be a tourist for the day. And you can see there's just tons going on. This is right in front of us is a dive boat. So you can go diving. You have amazing snorkeling right off on the reef, which is maybe, 100, less than 100 feet, maybe 50 feet. You have world-class snorkeling. I like to go to the end with a place called Black Rock, and I'll show you that at the end. And that's just because there's less boat traffic, especially if I'm taking my kids out. You can see there are wave runners everywhere, which are really nice when they're out a little bit deeper. But since this is such a busy reef, I try to stay away from those areas, or the areas that there is a lot of boat traffic, just because you have people snorkeling, you have people scuba diving, you have people on kayaks. There's just so much going on. I like to, as a parent with a 6 and 8-year-old, I like to avoid those jet skis as much as I can. So that's why I go all the way at the end to Black Rock. But as you can see, we're going past so many different areas. There's parasailing, there's those banana boats. Those banana boats are everywhere. They are a lot of fun. We also have, like right here, you can just kind of go walk up, and then they can offer you several different services. Bananarama is one of my favorite places that we've gone for a long time. If you go in the back, they also have a lot of games that my kids like, and that's where we went when my kids were really little. Right back there, that's where you go to the West Bay Mall, or if you're driving, that's probably where you're going to enter if you're not entering West Bay from a resort like what we're at right there. So just a couple things to think about, but Bananarama has some games. A lot of other resorts have games, and some of them have pools that they will let you have a pool pass. I know my kids really love the pools in West Bay. They are really nice, really big. They're super warm. Everything's really warm. The water's warm. The pools are warm, and it's really great for kids or just having my kids since they're about 3 months old. Now they're 6 and 8. There's lots of kid-friendly options, which, my kids love going to West Bay. It's kind of their treat. You can also go, we've seen some fishing boats. What you see right there is something called a water taxi, which will take you to, the other end of West Bay. And people do go from one end to the other, because this walk did take about 20 minutes. I did fast forward it a lot to make it seem a little bit faster, but from going from one side to the next took about 20 minutes. So some people do take water taxis from one end of West Bay to the other end, but you can also go to West End or anywhere in between, like restaurants like Ibigari or anything of that nature. There are several other restaurants. Boat Bar is a lot of fun, really great with kids also. So you can see there's lots, well, there's always chairs, there's stuff to do. You can see a sign of different things, lots of shopping, kayaking, just pretty much anything you want. And what I really also like, and I didn't see too many of these people out today, but they're the individuals. There's one gentleman that's in a kayak, and he has coconuts and rum, and will give you a coconut rum drink. And he usually hangs out in the water, so I look for him. He's one of my favorites. But there's a lot of local vendors that kind of mangoes are really popular. Pineapples, coconuts, all the above, but banana bread, donuts, all just really great beach food. And it's usually kind of all over the place. So now we're coming to the end of West Bay, which, well, this used to be my favorite place. Now there's a little bit of, well, this was before it was developed, and this is a massive resort now. But this actually used to be what I would do on my day off. I would come all the way back here. There were some coconut trees. Put your stuff over on a tree, and then go snorkeling. And this is well, the dive site right outside of that Black Rock is called Black Rock, and one of my favorite places to go. And I feel like there's a little bit less boat traffic. Thank you for joining me on a quick tour of West Bay. I'm hot and I'm ready to get in this beautiful water.